Hi, I'm Karin. If you or any other person has a medical concern, you should consult with your healthcare provider or seek other professional medical treatment immediately. Never discard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something that you have heard by me or in this podcast, read in a blog, website, or in any other link material. It is not a medical advice and result may vary depending on your health issues.
Hello, everybody. This is Eric Kasloff, and welcome to Shit Isn't a Dirty Word. Yeah, we're saying it. We're going to say it so many times. What I want you to do is take a shot every time we say the word shit. So first, we have the host of the show, who is the colonic lady to the stars, the icon of that industry. Karin, how's it going today?
Amazing. I'm so happy to be here with you guys again. I missed you and I missed the audience. And we have so much to share this week that I believe will be so helpful for everybody.
Awesome. Awesome. And the other voice you're going to be hearing doing during the show is none other than Larry Sands. How's it going, Larry?
Everything is good after that opening. I'm on fire right now. This is going to be awesome. I love that. I love it. And by the way, Karin, we have missed you as well. And it is wonderful, wonderful to be able to talk to you. And I'm ready to get down in it because, it seems fitting to be talking about what we're going to talk about, which is anxiety and gut issues. And, you guys know kind of like what's been going on the last month. I've had a lot of high anxiety, and so I may be able to expel. No pun intended. I may be,
from it.
That's right. So let's get down to it. Karin, what is it with anxiety and gut issues?
Okay, so I'm going to start and I'm going to say that it's not particular just anxiety. What I will be talking about, it's like a big name for anxiety and stress and bad mood and any depression, any other issues that we have emotional that affect our body physical. So anxiety is a part of it, but it's really umbrella. The gut and the emotions are like hand to hand goes together. And it seems like in the past 2 years, I want to say everybody suffer from at least one symptom. I mean, stress can be a good thing. Stress can be a bad thing. I mean, it really depends how we take it.
Yeah.
The main thing that we have to understand is that everything is controlled by our brain and our gut. So there is signals that goes both ways, from our brain to our gut and from the gut to the brain. So I'm going to give you an example. For example, when you say, oh, tomorrow I'm going to lecture in the front of like 100 people and I have stomach ache, it's really you have stomach ache. Because there is signals that goes to the brain that say, oh, I'm starting to have some emotions, anxiety, fear, happiness, excitement, and all that is affect our gut, basically stomach ache. So the what will come out of it is that you're gonna have that butterfly, stomach ache, shortened breath, and then you start the anxiety part of it. Okay, so it's like one thing lead to the other. Now, not everyone that have that feeling will suffer from anxiety or from depression. I'm just giving a little example of what happened in our body. Now, the opposite way is when you have, for example, constipation for like 4 or 5 days, and you don't know what is it. You don't have any depression. You don't have any anxiety. I mean, you're very normal. You just go to work, eat right, drink right, but you hold in your emotions. Basically, you hold in through that stress. You hold in through, oh, I'm strong. Yes, outside, we are strong. Inside, our organs are working. So there is signals that goes to our brain that says, okay, brain, I'm having some issue right now. So the first thing that will close up, it's your intestinal, your gut, basically. Now, this is one example. The other example is deficiency in bacteria. As we know, our gut has a lot of bacteria, probiotics, prebiotics, a lot of good bacteria, bad bacteria. The best way to feed a good bacteria is through food, through good food, or through vitamins like probiotics. Now, in researches in the past decade, more and more doctors research the connection between the good bacteria and our symptoms as depression. When we have low volume of that bacteria in our gut, we suffer from all the other symptoms. So here you go. When you go through some emotional stuff, it will affect automatically your gut. So very important thing is to inhale as much as you can, good food, good vitamin, to keep maintain those two in order to treat stress and anxiety. And this is, again, one way to help.
Yeah.
And one way to live with, because you're going to hear a lot of people saying, oh, I have IBS. Oh, I have this symptom. IBS is a big name for unknown disease. If you have gas, it's going to be IBS. If you have constipation, it's IBS. Now, doctors sometimes will prescribe you laxatives. Laxatives not necessarily will help you. It's like first aid. It might help you first time you use it, but it's not going to help you to use it over time. Over time, you want to really treat into it. So colonic will be a great way to do. Enema will be a great way to do. Any other food that helps you to eliminate those toxins, because when those toxins hit your brain, that's when problems happen. And I've seen it. Yes, Eric.
So you would say that like a laxative for that is treating the problem, as I put quotation marks, but not the issue.
Laxative will give you a break.
That's okay. Okay.
If for example, Eric, you go every day to the restroom and you're amazing and you eat properly and you have all your vitamins, and from some reason, like you mentioned before, you're going to this festival to give a lecture or to represent your movie. And you're very anxious because you're happy, you're excited, and you don't know what is the upcoming thing. So it's like, it's emotion. Now, when I look at you, you don't show me all those emotions, right? You're holding it. Now, you're going to tell me, Karin, I didn't use the restroom in the past 2 days because I'm like so like on the go all the time. So I will tell you, you know what? I'm not using laxatives, but I will use some magnesium to give you a release for that day. That release, I promise you, will give you a release emotion as well. Now, this is a first aid because you cannot use it every day, because the minute your body is getting used to it, it's not going to work anymore, like anything in life. For example, you have a headache and you take Advil, in some point you're going to add the amount of pills you take, because one pill is not going to help. So again, we're talking globally, and I'm not saying that people don't take your meds out. You need to see your doctors, talk to them. There is a way to reduce the amount of medication and to treat your anxiety levels and depression with good food, good bacteria, good colonics, releasing, toxins out of your system, that can help. And if you have a great doctor, he will combine both of them, and you can see an amazing result. So you don't have to be depend on things. So again, this is not a medical, suggestion. I'm saying if you have a problem, you need to see your doctor, and your doctor probably is right by prescribing you things. But you have to take in account that some major changes, like food-wise, can help you. I mean, we live in a world that all our food at the end of the day is not real food unless you grow them.
That's pretty sad to hear, because all the food that I think I'm like, oh, that's not, because it is. I mean, it's a weird thing.
But let's say, unless you grew your own vegetable, you need to trust some company that say that this is organically and and not in doesn't have pesticide and doesn't have some point. I mean, we have to trust. And
right.
I'm eating the same as you. I buy a lot of organic and non-organic. We want to aim to at least 85%. What I want to bring to this session is, people, wake up, open your eyes. There is ways that you might never thought about constipation and your problem, but it's there. And eliminating toxins is very, very, very important. If you're going to go on Google and you're going to do gout and anxiety, you're going to see all the connection of the intestinal and your brain. There is signals that goes to the brain all the time. Wow. So we can manage those things. We can help to improve them. And we can do it with simple things we have at home, Now,
I'm super interested because, I mean, no joke, my anxiety level and as you talk, see, that's the one thing that I love about, when we talk and do our podcast, is I start thinking about everything that you're talking about, and I'm thinking, oh wait, how do I feel? So, because obviously I've got anxiety, and my little rumbly tumbly, as Winnie the Pooh says, like it all kind of like gurgles around and everything. And what can I do besides breathe and meditate and try to relax?
Now, first of all, it's a great point to, knowing you also, and knowing just a glimpse of what you had in the past week. Everybody can, relate it. I think every person in Earth can relate to something, because stomach problems are one of the most common symptoms of stress and anxiety. Yeah. So one thing you can do is to maybe change food. Changing food meaning to add more fibers to your food list. More fiber, more collagen, and collagen you can actually find in salmon. You can actually find in fermentation food, like like Brussels sprouts and some cauliflowers and some almonds and olive oil and kimchi. And there is so many good food that you can eat. First of all, to help. Second, you need to avoid the bad food.
Okay, okay. And see, here's the crazy part. So as you mentioned cauliflower and
Yeah,
Brussels
I
sprouts,
wanted to
I'm kind
say
of like, oh man.
for the
Oh.
people who are only listening, Larry looked like a sad little boy who was told he can't have dessert till he ate his vegetables.
Oh
Just waiting
no.
for you to say, "Oh, if you ate buffalo wings, McDonald's, that'll get you all you need, Larry."
Okay. I will have a good surprise for you. Do you like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you can eat lean meat. It's actually great.
Okay, like steak.
If it's lean, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Let's
okay,
do that. Now, one
okay.
thing I recommend not to do, I know I'm Israeli and Jewish, but I mean, there is connection, but it's not. Don't mix dairies and meat together. Not because
Oh,
it's kosher, because it's so not healthy for you.
oh
Because
man. Okay.
dairy take several hours to digest, and yet the meat takes another several hours. And then when you mix them together, it's like not that good.
Oh,
So you see, when the Torah talks about that, it's not just a religious thing, because when you look at the time period it was written, you would get ridiculously sick mixing those two foods.
I
So
know.
it just, and then through the evolution of our bodies, it just gets to that point that mixing those, yeah, it might taste really, really good cheeseburgers, but overall it's not good for you because your body wasn't meant to take that in together.
True.
oh.
Now I will tell you even one more secret that I tell every client I have. It's not really a religious thing, but in the Jewish religion, I know sometimes we feel as Jewish that they want to punish us all the time because there is a lot of no, 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 no. But it's really written for health reason.
Exactly.
And there is so much logic in all those things. Our body is not created to digest that much dairy as well, especially not the processed one. I mean, as much as you love cheeseburger, and I'm gonna be really, nice to you, and I'm gonna say, if you really, really want to, at least choose a good meat and choose good cheese, not those sticky that look like plastic. And I'm
Processed
saying
cheese.
it
Oh yeah.
looks like plastic, and that plastic goes inside our system. So imagine how long it takes to even process something that is so processed.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like there was that video of the Walmart cheese that wouldn't melt on the frying pan. Did you guys see that? It just wouldn't melt no
Yeah,
matter how many times they flipped it over.
I knew I knew somebody was going to bring that up. That is, it would not melt. But okay,
But I'm
here's
saying, like, and another thing that it's good for you is to avoid dairies as much as possible. I'm not saying do not. See, I'm drinking my coffee with
yeah.
cream, but I'm not eating that much. I don't eat dairies in general, so it's okay. Now, today, in today's world, there is so many replacements. You can use almond, and you can use soy, and you can use rice, and you can use oat. You can use some, there is a lot of solutions. So, and cheap ones as well, if you can't really afford. I mean, every small change is a good change. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Beans are great for you, and whole grains are great for you. Everything that you actually cook in your house is better than buying.
Okay.
You know what to put inside.
So I have a question because maybe this is me. Maybe other people are listening going, this sounds great. What is a good grain to eat, and what is good um like in terms of like the food? Because when you say grains, is that like bread and then beans? What kind of beans? Because I like black beans.
Black beans are amazing.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
kidney beans are amazing. Now,
Okay.
really important when you use beans, lentils, because lentils are great. It's a great source of protein. It's a great source of iron as well. I mean, it's really good for you. The suggestion is it has so much protein already. So don't eat more protein, because then you're going to create a lot of gas. And this is the main cause, you know, that people are going to complain, oh, I'm bloated. So if you do use beans, and this is suggestion to everybody, buy beans, boil them, soak them in water for 24 hours, make sure all the gas is coming out. There is so many things that you can do to prevent things. And again, a handful. You don't need to eat all beans now. When I'm saying good food, I'm saying if you eat a salad, make sure that you don't put all the good food inside, meaning broccoli, Brussels sprout, cauliflower, spinach, sprouts are very gassy. So don't put everything in the same salad. Choose 1-2 gassy things.
Okay. Well, okay. So I got you on that because with my salad, I don't eat cauliflower. I don't eat broccoli. So I'm good there. I'm
good there. The best salad to eat is really cut very small, like use a lot of vegetable, cucumbers and tomatoes and onion and cabbage. Use real vegetable, not just lettuce. Lettuce is not a salad.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now going back to everything, stress.
Yeah.
One recommendation I have is take a deep, every morning, take a deep, huge breath away, go outside to 2 minutes, 2 minutes a day, go outside, stretch yourself, breathe, listen to whatever favorite music, have those special 2-3 minutes with yourself, drink 1 cup of water, inhale, embrace this amazing day that is in the front of you. Even if you really don't want to get off the bed, please get off the bed. It's gonna be hard in the beginning, but you can do it, you know. For everybody, if you suffer from anxiety or stress or depression, leave the house for that 5 minutes, jump a little bit, yell a little bit. It's gonna move everything. And then add your probiotics, your digestive enzymes, your food. You know, that's a combination I'm talking about to reduce. If you need help, choose a friend or a therapist, you know, to talk about it. Go see a colon hydrotherapist to release toxins out of your body. The most important thing is that make sure you shit at least 1 time a day, at least.
Or twice.
Twice is amazing, but at least once. Your day will look different. You know, when you release, you're lighter. When you're lighter, energy go back and forth. So yeah, I'm taking it to the energy level as well, because it's all about, at the end of the day, it's all about signals and energy and chakras. And whether you believe it or not, you don't have to believe. It's there. Yeah. Every small change, it's a change. You know, even if you're sad, you know, whatever, you lost someone close, nothing will change it. They're not going to come back. Yep. But the memory is there. And as much as your heart is broke down to pieces, you can still take those pieces, because you have to live. You have something to live to. You have kids, you have wife, you have this amazing day. Remember, at the end of the day, the sun will go down and it will rise in the morning. I know it sounds easy to say, but it's manageable. We can do it. Yeah. Sometimes you only need some friend to discuss it, or to, you know, or to even know that, wow, whatever anxiety I have, it's maybe because I didn't poop. Maybe try to figure, okay, what did I do in the past 2 days? Did I use the restroom? what was the shape of it? A lot came out, not a lot came out. I'm still backed up. See your skin as well. You know, usually when you have anxiety, depression, or, you know, your skin is not glowing. You mentioned that before because you see me. My skin is glowing because I am in the business as I do. I do eliminate a lot of toxins. Hey, I'm a human being as well as you. I can say that all of us were full of shit, literally. You know, it's like it's funny from one thing, but it's very important on the other.
Exactly.
Really important to eliminate. That will help you to see, to even see better, and actual seeing better. Sometimes you can see those, you know, bright little circles. It's because it's a lot of toxins.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
I am for real. Headache, migraines. The minute you will release toxins, you can see also your iris is going to go white, as white as it can be. There is, you know, ways to check if your iris is a little bit yellowish. That indicate a lot of toxins in your body. When your skin look like dirty, dead, not like, you know, not dirty like you didn't, you know, wash your face, but dirty, that means you have a lot of toxin. Because the first thing I see in colonics when you do colonics is your skin tone is like shiny a little bit. And immediately you have lighthead. I mean, it does affect so many things. I know you're in shock, but yeah.
I am because, you know, it's, and we all know that, you know, like our mind and our heart, and in some way, like it's all connected, right?
Yeah.
It's all connected. But when you really break it down, like what you're doing and talking, like not just a little in depth, like you're getting down into it because it all makes sense. It really does, because everything, you know, because honestly, like my anxiety, I feel right in my stomach. It feels like butterflies. And then normally, you know, I mean, I've got like a ton of things to do and I don't mind doing them all in one day. But now I do. I really do. And you hear or you watch movies where people go, "Hey man, did you do your anxiety exercise?" I make a sound when my anxiety comes out to try to push it out. And it sounds so funny to say, but it's so, because I'm like, oh, I take a deep breath and push it out. And I think it helps. But honestly, when you talk about this, Karin, it's like mind blowing and eye opening.
Exactly.
And I'm in awe. My mind is blown.
And I will suggest you one, I mean, if you want to try what I'm saying, you know, on yourself, you can buy an enema. Try it. I mean, it's very easy to do. Try an enema, do it. See the feeling after just one.
Okay.
I mean, it's not going to release your life, but it will give you a little like
thing. Okay. Now, let me ask you this real quick. Does your body get used to the enema? Kind of like how we were talking with like headaches and aspirin and all that other stuff. Does it get used to it?
I will answer that really honest. You get used to everything in life. Everything that you don't do in moderation, at the end of the day, you're addicted. You can go, I mean, you can be addicted to the, I'm sorry. You can be addicted to go to the gym 5 times a day. That's unhealthy as well. As much as we like exercise, too much exercise is not, too much of everything is not good.
No, yeah.
My client love me just because I'm so honest with them, and I'm like, okay, now you feel good. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. It's not about money. It's not about anything. It's about, for me to be my clients are important to me. I want to see them all the time. I want them to be healthy in order for them to work, to do, and to put my good name out there.
Exactly.
Now, very important, your body will get used to everything you're gonna do more than you should. When I'm saying use enema, safe to use enema is once a week and once a month.
Okay.
Very safe, just to help you go through. Again, this is good if you have constipation. If you want to go, more than that and go see a colon hydrotherapist like myself, they can help you tremendously. And all you need is 3 times to see a difference in your world.
Really?
I'm saying different in your world. As
Wow.
I have clients, people that come with back pain. Even back pain is related to your gout, because when there is a lot of accumulation of shit inside, of waste, sorry about my language, it affects your lower back problem. The minute we eliminate it and we release it, automatically your back release. So sometimes you have a problem in one thing and you don't even think it's related to your gout, but it is. So you want to check both things. You want to ask yourself the question, how many times do I go a day? Once. What's the shape of it? It's small, it's long, it's thin. What's the smell of it? Because if it's very strong, that means it's very old in your system. That means you're backed up. There is a meaning for every single thing.
Whoa.
I know we're laughing a lot about, but it's very important.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna take a look at the toilet after you're done, you can, and I'm sure everybody can see at least one thing. If you suffer from headache, it can be related to maybe your gut. Maybe you don't have enough of probiotics in your system. That can happen too. As we take antibiotic and immunizations and Advil and Tylenol, and I'm not talking about drugs, alcohol, and bad food, we're killing that bacteria. Now, researches shows that the less we have of that bacteria, of the good bacteria, our immune system is not going to be strong. So you're going to see more sick people. Why? Because their immune system has lack of that prebiotic, probiotics, and good bacteria. And it's very easy to take. You can either take it in formation food, in yogurt with probiotics, or to actually take the vitamin, the actual probiotics. The most important one is Acidophilus bifidus, which I'm sure you already heard about. In every little yogurt, Now, if you really have, very important, if you really have problems like constipation, you want to go with pills, not with yogurts, because you're going to need to inhale a lot of yogurts to get that. Just saying. Now, goat cheese is full of that bacteria, but how much goat cheese can you eat, right? So,
What kind of stuff, speaking of yogurt, what other stuff can you eat that is almost like a natural, I don't want to say a laxative, but will help you go?
Prune juice can help you go. Prunes and any antioxidants, any fibers like sprouts and Brussels sprouts and cauliflowers and lentils and beans can really eliminate. Now, again, not to eat them all, but eliminate. Now, more important, you have to drink a lot of water while you're eating those things. Otherwise, it's going to create the opposite. So if there is people out there that hearing me and they take any supplement that it says fibers on it, if you're not drinking enough water, you create the opposite. you clogging yourself.
Oh.
So very important. If you drinking Metamucils or any other, product, they're amazing. And there is a lot of natural fiber drinks. They're great, but you have to remember, drink a lot of water with it. So it can actually work. If not, it's like a sponge and it's create so much gas and blockage.
Whoa. That's
Yeah, drinking through the day will eliminate a lot of toxins, will help you to go more to the restroom. Now, food like any good food, lean meat, a lot of vegetables like cucumbers and cilantro, parsley, zucchinis are amazing for that.
Okay. Okay.
Making good vegetable soup will be a great way to do it.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting. Very interesting because, I mean, it looks like I'm gonna have to start eating real vegetables.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Same
Uh,
here.
but aside from all that, I mean, I'm not, and to be super honest, I am not adverse to trying something to get rid of the way that I feel because because knowing we do our podcast, I'm starting to pay attention to how I feel. And
I
and
was gonna, not to cut you off, I was
yeah.
gonna say the same thing. I guess it's like I'm paying more attention when I go to the bathroom and stuff like that. Like I
Mhm.
called you and had a really fun conversation about bathroom stuff.
You know how many times a day do I get that phone call? Karin, I went 5 times today. It's normal. Yeah, very normal.
My average is 3 times a day for pooping, at least 3 times a day.
Hey, my goal is that the book will be known not just as the book as understanding what is colonics, but it's a book that you can always go back to. So you can actually put it in the restroom and actually like, oh, wow.
Right. Yes. Yes. And it's just like what you say. It's a very unorthodox look at the digestive system, right? And
Yeah.
your colon health.
Oh, yeah. Again, I think we covered that last time, but this is the one subject that everybody talks about it after meals, dinners, between some friends, but they're not open to it.
Right.
It's like a taboo. It's normal. I just want to say, very normal. Everybody poop, everybody fart, everybody
Yeah.
have digestive system, and everybody have some screwed digestive system. And we work really hard to screw it every day with our everyday life. Now, talking about it, we need to drink a lot of water. We need to choose good food. And again, I'm not saying, Larry, don't eat what you like. You like wings, amazing. Know that it's full of fat and it's not great for you. But if you really want it, go for it. Don't do it every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also a very important point is if you really want something, as I tell my client, I want you to have it. I don't want you to beat yourself on, oh, I took a bite from the cake. Oh, I ate those wings and now I'm gonna get, you ate it, done deal, move on.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, don't do it. So if you know in your head that you're allowed, it's much easier than say no, no, no. I'm not gonna say no for anything. I'm gonna say, okay, let's rethink. You want to eat chocolate? Choose a day to eat it. Eat half of it. Everything we start to do, we get used to it at the end. It become a habit. So if you train your brain that you can eat 3 times a day and drink enough water and eliminate, and still have the food that you like, maybe in a different way, you're going to train yourself to do that. And that's going to be a great habit.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
easy to say, I can't. Very easy. Oh, I can't. I don't have time. I'm like, you know, during this pandemic, it shows me one thing when if you remember the beginning of the pandemic, the supermarkets were empty.
Yeah.
No.
Seriously, all the frozen food was the first thing to be gone. And I'm saying, like, but you're in the house. You have so much time to cook.
Mhm.
Why take something frozen? I mean, especially eggs. I'm like, egg? It takes you 1 minute to put it in the micro. It takes you 1 minute to make it on the stove, and you're going to get a better quality when you do that.
Yeah.
So it's a choice. I have 4 kids. I have my own work. I run life as we know it, as we call it, life. And I still find time. Oh, and I cook all the time. I host. So you can always find time. And you can always find time to go to a restaurant, and that's great too. You know, it's like, I'm not saying no, don't. I'm saying you can combine. If you don't have money to buy all organic, choose the good things that you need organic. You know, you have Trader Joe's, you have even Vaughn's, Ralph. Today you're having
Everything.
so
Yeah.
many supermarkets that they give it to you in reasonable price that it's almost the same as the regular things. So
Mhm.
it's a choice thing. You can cook and save money. You can cook, be healthier.
Yeah.
And that's been saying for our next generation, so they're not going to grow up with anxiety. Hug them. Tell them how much you love them. It's so important. Hug, kiss, ask, breathe. I'm running with my kids outside just to get rid of those toxins. I'm asking them, did you use the restroom? Ask those simple questions.
Yeah.
You don't want teenage that doesn't go to the restroom because someone is hearing or there is noises outside, and then she's clogged and she comes to see me when she's 22. No, we can actually help that.
Yeah.
And we can reduce the amount of depression and anxiety. I mean, we can actually help. There is amazing mentors out there and therapists that can help. And again, if it's not a really mental health that needs attention, we can help with food. We can help with
Yeah.
being there. Listen, and I'm sure the listener have at least one thing that we talked about.
Absolutely. And actually that's a good point, because Eric, if anybody has a question, anybody has a comment, leave it. Like, what is the email? Okay. Well, while he's doing that, it makes so much sense, because, you know, especially kids, because I remember, like, even now, and again, because of our podcast, no joke. And obviously this is our second episode, and the link will be in the
In the
description.
description, yes.
Okay. And it's so much, because again, when you think about it, you know, you do have anxiety when you're out and you do have to go to the bathroom, and you're like, oh man, I don't know if this is gonna work. It's gonna, you know, I'm gonna have a lot of gas. I might strain a little bit, because that's the thing, right? But, and maybe not strain, but at least gas wise. Yeah.
Again, you put it also, whatever we think, we create. So always try. Always try. Even if you have this anxiety about people or outside or I can't, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and eliminate yourself from the outdoor. Just you. It's all natural. It's a switch we have to do. You know, my husband say he married a truck driver because I talk about it so freely. I mean, Most of
I
my conversation with my kids since they were born happen in the restroom. I mean, I swear all the major questions happen in the restroom. I don't remember how is it to go by myself. So even when I go, I look around to see who's there, you know.
I love that. I love it.
So I do welcome all the audience. The book will come out on November 25th, and I welcome everybody to join that journey, to understand, to get good closer to what is it, to understand in very simple word
Yeah.
everything we're talking about, because it's also in the book, how to deal, what is the effect, what to do, what not to do, in very simple way and language.
Which is
I'm coming as a friend. I'm coming as someone that wants to help, not as a doctor, not as your doctor, not as superior, as nothing, as simple help.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
open your eyes for other options, because there is.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
people that might agree with me or not, and it's okay too. I respect everybody. Everything is experience wise. Everything I talk is from experience of 21 years doing colonics and seeing so much shit in my life. So, and I've seen it all.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And it's almost like, I mean, it's not, and I mean, I maybe jokingly, but could you use your book, since we're talking about your book, could you use it almost as like a reference tool in a way?
Yeah, you can use it as a reference tools for things, for whatever episode you have in your body. You can, like I mentioned before, you can, it's made in a funny way, very funny, very serious. There is some medical, very small medical term, but to really understand from 0 to 10, what is it, how it's been done. I answer every question I heard in the past 20 years in the book. And it's a reference because you can always go back to it. It's never end, because
Mm-hmm.
you're always gonna have something you remember that you, and also while reading, you're gonna laugh a lot, because you're gonna say, wow, I have it. Wow, it's like, she talks about me. Yes, when I wrote it, I talk about myself, about about everything that really happened. So
Yeah.
it's a great way to understand, because there is no information about colonics, or about, there is no information about it, period.
Yeah.
It's mentioned in books of detox, of juicing. Yeah, they mention what to do. Now, detox and juicing are a big part of a cleanse. So if you do it, a good green juice a day, it's amazing to eliminate toxins. Again, doing only juices is not going to help you, because it's not going to help you to get rid of 20 years. And when I'm saying colonic, getting rid of 20 years of your life, shit of your life. And that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much, and this may be a crazy question, but I mean, it is worth asking that how much stuff do we hold inside of us
Are
at
you
any
ready?
given time?
Are you ready for that?
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Are
No,
you
no.
ready for that answer?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Do
here
it.
it. The colon can hold up to 15 pounds of shit. Up to, and I'm repeating, 15 pounds of shit. I know.
Wow.
I know. It doesn't mean you hold all 15 of it, but a big amount.
And so that's why when if you I mean obviously this maybe goes without saying, but if you eat, you sit down to eat, but you're like, oh God, I'm so full. And it's like, I don't, you're just, is it building up?
Yeah. Now, in
Really?
some point, it's built up to a point that it become plaque, like rubber band, and it's stick to the walls of the cone. Now, the cone is like round and it's stick to it. Now, in some point, food cannot go through. That's when constipation happen. Now, the opposite is diarrhea, is when there is really backed up and nothing can move. So it can come only liquidy.
Oh, whoa. That's like, wow.
blow-minded.
Yeah.
And this is why every colonic session, we can eliminate between 1 to 3 pounds of shit. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Now,
Wow.
talking about pounds, it's a lot. It's not fat, but it's a lot. Now, I mean, you two guys, I'm sure you've seen garbage disposal in your life. Have you seen the pipe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, being that say, our body is a human garbage disposal.
Yeah.
But we also have juices. We have a lot of things happen. It's not just regular. Now, when you take the pipe from the actual garbage disposal and bang it on the floor,
And
you're gonna see a lot of black pieces coming out.
Oh my God.
That's like the plaque.
Oh.
Now, when is your garbage disposal is breaking down is when it's clogged. Same happened to us in our body. You know, I'm not saying you can't live without it. I mean, there is people that will live a whole life with constipation, and it's not that it doesn't bother them. They just got used to it. They got used to the feeling. They got used to them being like they are. They got used to the fact that they're taking laxatives and they don't work. They got used to it. It doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
Now, ask yourself, this is another benefit of doing colonics or eliminate toxins or doing enema or just pooping a lot. It's releasing a lot of acne and releasing a lot of psoriasis. I mean, it helps with so many other diseases, that you don't pay attention to it, but those toxins has to come out of our body. So if they don't come naturally, they will come on our skin, which is the biggest system of all.
Wow.
And again, I'm going to ask you too. You too take your car every 3 months to tune up the body, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. You have to tune up your body once in a lifetime. This is what I'm saying to everybody. It doesn't mean that the car is not going to run. It will run till it's not.
Exactly.
And that's when problems start. Same in reality. You don't go to the doctor unless you have a problem. And usually those problems start with stomachache. Now I'm going to take you, because it's Cancer Awareness Week, right? It's this is a week of awareness for cancer, and they're talking about breast cancer, but let's not forget colon cancer. Colon cancer is very important to check. You have to, when you hit 50, it's very important to go and do colonoscopy to see if there is polyps. I know not a lot of people talking about it. Very, very important. Colon cancer is #1 cancer we can actually save and live if you catch it on time. The problem is, and this is a major, is that the symptoms are the same symptoms that of stomach ache.
Wow.
Constipation, like intestinal problem. And no doctor will open you up, right?
Yeah.
So it takes time. And by that saying, if you don't do colonoscopy, it can take a year and another year till they're going to send you to do something. And then they're going to say, oh, you have colon cancer. And then you're going to hear, wow, the doctor found out and he died in 5 months. It's not really true. The cancer stayed there for 5-6 years, but it's the last 5 months.
Right.
So
Wow.
people, very important. If you have cancer in the family, go do it. It's one of the best thing to do to yourself. I see it as a gift to give yourself to prevent from cancer.
Man.
And not a
and
lot of doctors are talking about it, but it's very important.
and it's just as simple as, nobody likes colonoscopies, I guess.
You know what,
But
Larry, I rather to be uncomfortable for
yeah,
a day,
Yeah.
45 minutes, an hour, and to be
for
safe
the
for
rest
life.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
People,
one of those things you don't want to do it, but at a certain
got
point,
to.
you absolutely need
Yeah.
to do it. It's like no one likes working out when you first start to do it, but it's something you need to do to stay healthy. And we take so many things for granted.
granted.
But yeah, I mean, I'm to the age now, like I said, I'm 40. Pretty soon, I'm gonna need to get a colonoscopy. I'm not,
And you
yeah,
should.
but I need to do it. I don't want to, I need to.
You know what? That's, like I said, it's one of the best presents you can give yourself. I
Yeah.
know. It's like to do colonics. I don't like the actual treatment. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like it's uncomfortable. The after is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The results are amazing. The feeling is amazing. So yes, a little bit discomfort. So what?
What?
Life
Yeah.
is discomfort.
Yeah.
Kids are discomfort. So what? We get rid of them? No.
Better a little bit discomfort than a lifetime of health issues.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking about it this week about colon cancer awareness, and I have a friend that he's a doctor. He's actually doing colonoscopy. I will talk to him. Maybe we can, talk.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I was just chatting with him, and I told him finally someone talks about it. It's so important. The breast is very important. Everybody go do, all the
Yeah.
checkup you need, mammogram, everything, pap smear, everything. But colon cancer is something we can save on time, and we can live with half of the colon. It's like not a big deal.
Yeah.
We have a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what oh man, yeah. I mean, how long is your colon? Like 14 miles? No, I'm just
No, it's about 5.7 feet long.
What?
Jesus.
That's taller than me.
I know. And imagine it's also full of shit. That's why it can hold up to 15 pounds of it. So yeah, the sooner people get rid of those things, eliminate toxin, good food, drink a lot of water.
Man.
You can help with depression. You can help with anxiety. You have no idea how effective is elimination of toxins and anxiety.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
like, it's amazing. Your head will be cleared. To think
Unbelievable.
better. What is depression? Is when you have too much time to think.
Yeah.
Which is true.
And you don't think clearly, but when everything is clear, it makes a huge difference in the levels in the body and the signals that goes from your brain to your gut. It's like, you can call it a miracle. I call it God work, because God create amazing body.
Yes.
Yeah.
We destroy it, but it is amazing machine that's supposed to work nonstop.
Yeah, it is, and that's the one thing when you started talking about how everything in the body connects it. Again, where all three of us are, I'm going to say religious people or deeply spiritual, it makes me think about the wonder of God's creation and how our bodies work. And I've even noticed, my dog passed away, but when he was constipated and couldn't go, even he was thrown off system. So it even works for animals, how important our colon and stuff like that is. It works for everything.
Yeah.
Every
All
living
the
being.
animal lover, because I have 2 dogs. for all the animal lover, there is colonics for animals. So
Really?
you know, yeah, it exists.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. They use it for horses. They use it for dogs. Sometimes they do enemas. Yeah, there is.
Huh.
I know I live in California and maybe it's the hilly billy country. No, but it exists.
Wow.
Elimination of toxins, it's good for us as much as it's good for animals. And you're going to see animal will poop it out whatever they can digest or whatever doesn't fit with their with
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
natural.
It's always amazing to me. You know, we have a Maltipoo, and she's a little dog. I could take her for a walk, and she will go 10 times. And I am like, OMG, what in the
That
world?
was you.
And how in the world does she? But that's what happens, right? They get built up too, and it just comes out.
For sure.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a
Holy
world
moly.
that we just stepped in, and this
Yeah.
is like tips and tips and tips and tips. It's gonna take me life to cover really everything because there is so many things, so many connections that we never thought about, but
Yeah.
it's there.
Yeah.
yeah.
And this year just brought us to rethink, and so many people can be related to they ate more, they drink more, they use more medication. Now it's the time, you know what? It's also the time for my book to come out. It's right after Thanksgiving, so you can
Oh.
and then eliminate.
Exactly.
That's right. That's
Exactly.
right. It was perfect timing. Oh, that's perfect
Best
timing.
time of the year is
That's right.
elimination.
That's right.
That's right. It's not just because it's the holidays, it's the releasing of the holidays.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That's my busiest time of the year is after New Year. You have no idea. You have
Oh,
no
that's
idea.
amazing. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, Karin, this is absolutely, I mean, one of the most eye-opening. This is an eye-opening podcast for sure.
Yeah.
And to think of the enormity of it all, and really it's really serious, because we joke and we laugh, but I mean, how can you not? Because so many movies are based on poop jokes, right? And fart jokes and everything. But in that, I think that is what will help people realize how important it is, because just our little discussion, I could feel it. I could feel like my anxiety and just talking about it, and it's kind of gone down. And I will tell you, I'm not adverse to trying to evacuate all this stuff and get it out of me, because I want it out of me. I feel like it's got nowhere to go but out, and I just got to get it out.
In some point, everyone, and this is one thing I'm saying to every single person I meet in my life, that in some point, everyone's going to need to do colonics or any other elimination, because there is so much we can hold.
Yeah.
So I rather that people are going to do it, not because they have to, because they want to.
Yeah.
Because if you have to, that means it's really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And you'll sleep better, you'll feel better, everything, right?
Oh, it's affect your sleeping. Usually people with anxiety and depression, they don't sleep well.
Yeah.
Because there is amount of toxins, there is amount of blockages. The minute you release them, you sleep like a baby. This is one thing, that's one side effect that there is after colonics, is that you can sleep better.
Wow.
I know.
Man, you should go on like a tour of America and come to Texas first.
I am. That's my plan. My plan is to do like the podcast, but live.
Oh, that would be
Okay.
that I've got. Oh,
and
boy.
I want to do like a book signing in the future, and probably Texas will be one of the
Awesome. We'll bring you to Texas, and we'll send you to New Jersey.
Oh, that's for sure. New York is one of
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. It's coming. It's coming. I
Oh,
tell you what, I am super excited. And again, I love whenever we get to talk. And I know this is just our second episode, but it's like you said, there's so much to talk about and so much to do to get the message out there, and that everything is okay. Everything dealing with poop, with your bowels, with your colon, with your digestive system. We have to talk about it. And I am a believer. I'm a bowel believer. Oh, hey, that's like a shirt, right? A bowel believer. So that's good. I am actively thinking as I go through my day about
I
things
know.
we talk about.
That's the idea that whoever listens to us, it's gonna drop a
Hmm.
little by
Yeah.
little, and it's okay. It's not a miracle. You can always start with it. There is always things to do. People, if you have questions, you can always refer them. We're gonna be very happy to answer everything, even if it's not related. I'll be
Yes.
very happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yes. Yes. Eric, links. Where's the links?
If you're listening in on Anchor, all of the links will be in the description. And if you're listening in on any of our social media platforms, links will be in the bio.
Perfect. Perfect. Um, you guys, this has been a super amazing, eye-opening experience and talk for me. And it really has. It really has.
Yeah.
And just the importance of like releasing the anxiety and things that hold us in, hold that anxiety in. So thank you,
Yeah.
Kareem. Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you
thank
both.
you.
All right. You guys want
Absolutely.
me to close us out?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, everybody, we just want to thank you again for listening to the podcast. Eric, future Eric, remember to drop in that audio of the email that people could email us at if they have any questions. Okay, and everybody, like we're going to say each and every week, remember, we give a shit.